Hey guys, so I have my June wrap-up and book haul for you today. So I'm going to go through the books that I read in June and the ones that I bought and just talk about, what happened in June. As a matter of fact, I will start off with that. So June was the beginning of summer for many of us, and I don't know if this looks familiar to you, but it's being made into a movie. It has been made into a movie, and this month we got the trailer. I've watched the trailer like 1,000 times. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have any shame about that. I haven't even read this. I'm reading this first thing in August because I want to read it before I go back to school, just because, I don't know, I think it would like be better for the experience or something like that. But the trailer for The Perks of Being a Wallflower looks so good. Logan Lerman, Emma Watson, that other dude. I'm so excited for the movie and for the book. Also this month, as for new releases, if any of you are fans of the Enemy series by Charlie Higson, we got the third book this month, and it's called The Fear. First one is The Enemy, and the second one is The Dead. I believe it's going to be a 6-book series. I'm not quite sure on that. It's going to be more than 4. So that's exciting. I was going to catch up on the Enemy series at some point, but I guess I just never did, and now I'll try to do it this coming school year. This month, also the release of Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and her daughter Samantha Van Leer. I went to her book signing. I did get some footage, but I don't think it's the type of thing that people like want me to upload. I think I'll just keep it to myself unless like several of you want me to upload it. I guess I can. Anyway, I went to one of their book signings for this, so I got this personalized and signed. Also, we could have one other book by her signed, and I brought Sing You Home because I love Sing You Home. It's like the best book ever. Well, I don't know about that, but hang on. Bam. Also at this particular book signing, something rather exciting happened. So I was like waiting in line for my books to be signed, it's all good. And then this chick walks up, "Are you the booktuber?" I was like, "Yeah." So I got recognized in public, and it was, honestly don't want to brag, so I'm not gonna like talk about this to a big extent. I just thought it was so cool. I don't know. It was just like, it made my day. Not my day, my week. Having someone want a picture with me and signing an autograph, I've never done that before. Well, I did it once when I was in a play, but still, like, that's freaking awesome. It's like, that's what the big YouTubers go through like every day. She even said like, "Do you get recognized a lot?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, I don't even have 1,200 subscribers. No, you are special." I told her I would give her a shout out, so if you are watching this pile, hello, and you like totally made my week. And here's our picture again. I kind of look like I'm about to eat someone in that picture, but like, I don't know. So moving on, let's talk about June. This month I read 4 books, but if we're being technical, I read 2 books. So the first book I read was Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. Tahara Mafi. I've been told that I said her name right once in my review. So I did review this. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. You can find my review down there in the description. I really liked the writing style and Juliet's character. I think it was really good. The pacing was nice and suspenseful, and the conclusion was very open, leaving us wanting more, and I'm so excited for the sequel and the bridge. And that is going to be from Warner's point of view, by the way. I forgot to say Destroy Me, which comes out in the fall. So I gave Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi 4 stars out of 5. So the next 2 books I read, some of you may say that I'm a cheater for doing this, but whatever. It counts on Goodreads. It went towards my challenge. It's a book. So I read the Harry Potter prequel. Harry Potter the Prequel by J.K. Rowling. Judgment, I see it in your face. Yes, this is like a 4-page book. And you know what? I'm about to do a mini review on it, so whatever. I think the Harry Potter prequel by J.K. Rowling, it was good. I think it was really fun to see James and Sirius, how they were back in the old days. It was like, it reminded me of their whole clan, It was just a nice little story, and I thought It was very good. So I gave Harry Potter the Prequel by J.K. Rowling 4 out of 5 stars. Judgment. Yes, it probably took me longer to do that review than it did to read that, but whatever. So the next one is kind of the same situation, except this was 13 pages, so it's not quite as bad, and this is Free 4 by Veronica Roth. This is one scene in Divergent from 4's point of view. It's the scene where he has to throw the knife at Triss and he makes her ear bleed. I thought it was really interesting to see this scene from 4's point of view because it's nothing like how we thought it was in his head. You know, we thought he was doing it with malice, but he really did not want to be doing that, and he was not calm on the inside at all like we thought he was. And I thought this scene, out of all of them, it was a really interesting choice, and I'd really hope for more from Veronica Roth on 4's point of view, because I think she did a great job of getting into his head, just like she does with Triss, but I definitely think all of the books should still be from Triss's point of view. It just works better that way. So I also gave Free 4 by Veronica Roth 4 out of 5 stars. It only seemed appropriate. Free 4. Ha! So next, I read an actual book, and that is Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer. I was in a reading slump for most of June, that's why it took me so long to read Shatter Me, but then this just came out Tuesday the 26th, and I read it in just a couple nights, and this is longer than Shatter Me, so I'm out of the reading slump, you guys. This is woo. Yeah. I also did a review on this, and you can find it down there in the description. It's very different. It was very good. I liked all of the characters, the development of the characters. You know, there aren't too many characters, so that it made it work really well. I thought it was a really cute, fun, laid-back story. And then I got to go and hear them talk about it, so it was very neat. So I gave Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer 4 stars out of 5 as well. Is it just me, or does this kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit look like Kristen Stewart? Yes, no, kind of. Also, I'm having a reading contest this summer with my cousin, the one that you guys saw in the Hunger Games series discussion. Whoever reads more books this summer gets 20 bucks from the loser. She's winning because of my reading slump, but I mean, I'm not gonna lose this because I don't lose things like these. Encouragement would be nice. I'm also trying to read shorter books now, so I don't read longer books like I usually tend to, and then like fall behind while she's reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Magic Treehouse and the Series of Unfortunate Events, not even lying. She's such a cheater, so I'm going to have a little Roald Dahl marathon of my own. I'm gonna read some books and I'm gonna be winning this thing. You know, obviously someone who challenges me to a reading challenge does not know me very well or does not enjoy having money. But whatever, you know, her choice. So let's move on to the book haul, guys. I did go and do some shopping this month. My grandma, because she's the coolest person ever, she decided that she wanted to buy me a book. So I was like, alright. So I picked up The Selection by Kiera Cass. Yes, it was very weird handing this to my grandma. It's like girls in dresses. I explained to her, like, this is what all the covers look like, Grandma. I also hate it. But yes, this is The Selection by Kiera Cass. Many of you probably know of it from Cassidy. I've known of it since its release date. I just never really decided to pick it up until I saw her review. She liked it, so it has the Cassidy seal of approval, so I went for it. I might be reading this month, but who knows? You know, I'm not going to do the whole plan out the monthly TBR because that never works out for me. I was supposed to read the Kane Chronicles, but I did not want to. It's nothing about that. I just didn't want to be reading about Egyptian mythology the first days of my summer break, so I picked up Shatter Me. Even though I promised to read those for like 4 months. Gosh, awful. So while I was there, I decided I might do some summer reading this summer. Last summer, the big thing for me was Maximum Ride, and then I went on and read some other stuff, but most of my summer was consumed by The Flock. Speaking of which, August is coming soon, guys. Maximum Ride is gonna be over. That's so sad. Oh my gosh. I just need it to come out now. Anyway, while I was at the bookstore, I picked up Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. You know, this is a really good summer read. It's about 2 kids who take a road trip. Just fun stuff. There's some really small fonts, but there's also some pictures, I think. Yeah, pictures, woo. So I'm actually really looking forward to this. I might read it in July, but Who knows? So this next book I decided to pick up in honor of Ray Bradbury, who died, and Hank Green told us to pick this up for the Nerdfighteria, and we're all gonna be reading it, right? Actually, I think everyone already read it. Anyway, I picked up Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I actually want to read this relatively soon, you know, just in honor of his death, or his life, I guess, in honor of his life. I do like this cover a lot. I like the Burning Man, the newspaper, because if you know what it's about, I don't know. I think it's a very clever cover. So that's it for the book haul, guys. I'm very excited for July. I'll be reading some short books, so I'll have some book reviews, and I'll have my Q&A video up ASAP. I also have to have a surgery done in July, so there'll be plenty of downtime. And yet I'm also supposed to go on vacation. So I've started reading The Tales of Beetle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. I honestly have not read this yet, and it's so shameful of me. So I'm about 15 pages in and about 15% done, so it's gonna be like a one-night thing, if you know what I mean. No, that sounded weird. It's only going to take me about 1 day to read. There. Also, another book that I want to read this month is Where She Went by Gail Forman. This is the sequel to If I Stay. I read If I Stay back when it came out, and I discovered this sequel like last year thanks to Courtney. Courtney says hi. She disappeared. So I finally want to read this. It's about 200 pages, and it's going to be another one-night read, maybe two, if I'm lazy. There's just a few vague plans. I guess we'll see where it goes, you know? I definitely don't want to go on like one video every other week like I kind of was in June and May and April, and like uploading like 5 videos at the very end. That irritates me that I do that. Why do I do that? Also, I like that you guys kind of approved this new location. Is it cool? The fireplace is actually right there, and where I used to go is right there. So we'll be back in like September or October, I promise. Be back to basics. Some of you suggested that I do some videos outside. You know, I could try that out, but I just feel like my mom would look out the window and be like, what is he doing? So I have a contest to win, and you have books to read. And yeah. So I'll see you guys later.